Unit 3, Learning Target 2, interpret the correlation coefficient of a linear fit. So first let's define our correlation coefficient. So it's a number that measures the strength and direction of the correlation between two variables. So what that means is if we're looking at a graph, right, and we're looking at this, we're looking about how strong, like what is the strength? So how, like when we said strong, how strong is it? Or if it's weak, how weak is it? And the direction. So this would be a positive, and then it's strong, but we can put a number now with that. So correlation coefficients are expressed with using the variable r. So I would say the r is, and if it's positive, I leave my number positive. And if it's strong, do you know what I mean? So it's between 1 and -1. So the closer r is to 1 or -1, the less scattered the points are. So if it's really close to 1, so like 0.9 is really close to 1, that's like really strong. That's almost a straight line. If it is 1, that is a straight line. 0 means no correlation. So when we have something that's negative, that means a negative correlation. So this is positive, so it's positive. So let's just finish here. And write this down, pause this, write this down. So then we can just look. R here. So I know this is positive, my number should be positive. It's not really that strong, I would say this is weak. Maybe I'm going to say this is a 0.4. It's not that close to 1, but it's not super close to 0. This is really close to being a straight line, but it's not a straight line, so I'm going to say this is a 0.8. This is a straight line, and it's positive, so it's a 1. This, there's no correlation. I'm going to say it's a 0. This is a negative, and it's about this, like, it's pretty weak, so I'm going to say maybe it's a negative 0.4. It's kind of like this, just in the opposite direction. Same here. It's pretty strong, but it's negative, so negative 0.8. This is really strong, but it's negative, so a -1. So, summarizing, an R value very close to either 1 or -1 means it's really strong. A positive R value, so R is greater than 0, means it's a positive association. A negative R value means it's negative association, and an R value really close to 0 means it's really weak. So the closer to 0, the weaker. The closer to 1 or -1, the stronger. And then before class, find a scatter plot online in a newspaper magazine and bring it in. So you might, like, so I want you to print it off. If you don't have anything to print it off at, email me your scatter plot. So D-A-R-N-A-A-R at prairiepride.org. So if you don't have a printer, you're doing this. If you have a printer, print it off. So find, or cut it in the newspaper. So I want you to find your own scatter plot. All right.